Hello everyone, welcome to the first assignment session. That is, in this session we are going to discuss the first important point, that is how to write the answer. Okay, how to write an answer in 8 minutes. See, from today onwards, let us follow one thumb rule, that at the end of all our sessions, and you should be in a position that you should attempt your answer in 8 minutes. All right, so that it could be very useful for you to attend all the answer in your examination. So make sure that you choose this statement and you make sure that you follow and take very serious about the statement that you have to write the answer in 8 minutes. Second thing, how will you write an answer in 8 minutes, and what are the content that you should add in your answer, how it should be your introduction part. Okay, what are the areas that you should concentrate in the conclusion, that we are going to discuss now in today's session. Okay, and in today's session I am going to, am I audible? Can you please reply, people, am I audible? Okay, thank you. So in today's session we are going to discuss one current affairs topic. Okay, one current affairs topic. I will teach you this topic very thoroughly. Okay, I'll teach you topic very thoroughly, one current affairs topic, and I will make you write one answer in this live session. I'll give you one assignment. Okay, so what you have to do, you should take this assignment very seriously. Complete this assignment. You must be thinking that, sir, our course has not started. You must be thinking that, sir, how can we write answers? Okay, how can we write answers? And you must be thinking that, is it possible for me to write the answer? Do not worry about all these things. Just blindly follow my instructions. Today, I will teach you one current affairs topic. Okay, on agriculture. Agriculture need not require any of your knowledge. You do not require any high level knowledge in agriculture. Basic level of knowledge is quite enough to answer the question in agriculture. Okay. Second point, I will teach you current affairs topic, not the entire agriculture. And this topic is very, very basic. This topic is very basic. Second point. Third point, you should write the answer and you should make sure that you should submit your answer, okay, by tomorrow afternoon or morning, so that it can help me to correct your answers. And remember, this should be your practice on a daily basis. Okay, one question. Okay, once I am done with the current affairs topic, one question I will take, I will discuss in everyday's class. I'll make you write in the live session. Second question will be your assignment. Okay, I will teach you in the answer writing session. Answer writing session, I will take one topic, I will discuss that topic, I'll make you write answer in that live session. Second question, I will give you one homework. Write down this and submit to me, and the next day I'll correct and I'll post you immediately. This is how we are going to practice this session. And remember, regular students who are already joined, who are already paid the fees, for them, your prelims and mains classes have not started. So these are the all instructions I have to give you, because there should not be any confusion. This is a general exercise practice which I am making you. And this does not include any of your classes. Your classes will start from next week. And this is just an answer writing session. After one day, I will take current affairs session. After one day, I will conduct a prelims test. After next, I'll conduct mains. I'll conduct answer writing skills. So this will continue. And the regular batch students, your prelims and mains classes will go on. And these are the extra things which you will join. All right. And if you're followed, then we'll start the topic. See, basic topic today is minimum support prices, MSP. Why I have chosen this topic is this is a very easy topic to understand without having a basic knowledge of economy. Okay, any student can answer this question if he can understand the process of, if you can easily understand the process of MSP. So let me start the basic explanation about the MSPs. Where do you have to submit? You will get entire details of where do you have to submit your answers, how you have to write down, in which format. So you should please download the document which I have just shared. Okay, I have just shared the document in your Telegram group. That is the only format. That is the only format which you have to use to submit your answer. That has been fixed based on your word limit, and it could be very helpful for me to give you feedback. So all answers which you are going to submit, you have to submit only in that format. Any other format, I'm not going to correct. All right, next. Now let me first discuss the basic of minimum support prices. Then we can go to the next current affairs context. See, basically, India is an agriculture driven society. Okay, our first plan, I'm talking about 5-year plan. Our first plan was started in the year 1951. Okay, our second plan and our third plan all gave due importance to agriculture. Okay, while entering into third plan, India faced a shortage of food grains. Okay, shortage of food grains, which led us to get into food crisis. So we moved into food crisis. This made in India to import the food grains. Okay, where did we import from? Mostly from United States of America. All right, so let me repeat. India, right from the first plan, second plan and third plan, started giving more importance to agriculture, because this is our backbone of Indian economy. And in the case of food crisis, why did we move into shortage of food grain third plan? Because in the third plan, we faced wars. In the third plan, we fear war. In the third plan, we also face drought-like conditions, which actually led us to move into famine. Okay, this famine-like conditions has created shortage of food grains, which led to the food crisis, and later which made us to import the food grains from United States of America. Now, in this background, from 1966 to 69, India started a very important revolution, which is called as Green Revolution, which can actually target productivity. India from 1966 to 69 started Green Revolution, which can actually target our productivity. Now, with the increase in the productivity and production, food grains in the market, the supply of food grains in the market will increase. When the supply of food grains in the market increases, what will happen? See, Green Revolution Why did he brought green revolution? Because green revolution will actually increase. Green revolution can actually increase the food grain supply in the market. So what will happen if the supply of food grain increases in the market? Farmers may not get returns. Farmers may not get their returns. So when the farmers may not get returns, what will happen? They will not get better returns, better income. So government, keeping this in the mind, in the year 1965 has introduced the concept of MSP. Okay, this is the background of why did we introduce minimum support prices. Minimum support prices are introduced in order to protect the interest of the farmers, mainly the people of the agricultural section. My dear, if it is not audible, I'm very sorry, I cannot help, because I feel that most of the people, for them it is very clear and audible. That's what I believe. So keeping this in mind, I'll continue the class. All right. So you must be knowing as of now, why did we introduce MSP? Okay. So very important point, shortage crisis. All right. And promise to give better income to farmers. Promise to give better income to the farmers. You started MSPs. Now, India procures. Now, what is the background of MSPs? See, we have a concept of agriculture price policy. We have concept of agriculture price policy where government will provide MSP to procure food grains from farmers. See, MSP is the minimum price that the government pays to the farmers. Why does it pay to the farmers? Because government will buy food grains from farmers. Government will buy the food grains from farmers. That means government is procuring at MSP from farmers. So how many crops you'll procure? 23 crops. And to whom you will you distribute? Okay, distribution will be to the weaker or the BPL families. So who is procuring? Government, definitely, but there should be one agency, that is Food Corporation of India will procure and will distribute to respect to state governments. All right. So why MSP? I have given the background. First plan, second plan, third plan, we started giving more importance to agriculture. But in third plan, we faced wars, droughts, etc., which led us to the crisis. We started importing food grains from United States of America. Okay, in order to come out from all those crises, what did we do? We started producing more in terms of green revolution, increase productivity, production, and finally, what did we do? We have to protect the interest of the farmer, because if the supply increases, what will happen? More supply in the market, demand will come down, prices will fall, farmers will not get benefits. So that case, what will you do? You will start procuring the food grains from the farmers, and farmers will be paid some money, which is the minimum money, which is called as minimum support prices. This policy was given in the basic concept of agricultural price policy. Now, when was MSP introduced? As I told you, MSP was introduced in the year 1965. Okay, and it was started like implementation of MSP started from 1966. Remember these two dates, 2 years. It was introduced in 1965 and implemented in 1966. And first procurement crop was wheat. The first procurement crop was wheat. And LK Jha committee, LK Jha committee, okay, recommended there should be one committee, okay, which can look after the MSPs. It should not be directly government, but there should be one committee. That committee we call it as, okay, CCEA. We call it as Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, which is headed by Prime Minister. And there should be one another committee, that is Commission on Agriculture Cost and Prices, which should recommend, okay, which should recommend MSP prices to CCEA, and CCEA will take a final decision. See, you take MSP of any food grains, food crops, which are 23 in number, all are recommended. All are recommended. Who recommends them? CACP. CACP will recommend. Commission on Agriculture Cross Prices. CCEA will take a final judgment. Okay, so this is little bit background. So when that CCEA will recommend before the sowing of food crops, before the sowing of food crops only, that means before you are going for this agricultural activity, then and there itself CCEA will declare the MSP, and MSP is declared twice. This you should know it. Next, give me a second, I will add few. Okay, next point. Now, for example, if you take farmers, they will produce food grains. Okay, once the production is done, they will definitely know that they will get MSP, minimum support prices, from the central government. Again, additional to this, state governments can also announce bonus. Okay, for example, if you take wheat, central government has announced, okay, 2000 rupees per quintal for wheat. That means once this wheat is produced, what farmer will do? He will hand it over to FCI. From FCI, it will go to state governments. From state governments, it will go to district. From district to it will go to ration shops or fair shops or PDS. Okay. Now, state government can also declare bonus. For example, bonus is rupees 500. So how much farmer earns here? Rupees 2,500. Okay, it is not obligation that MSP is always fixed considered in the central government. No, state government can also issue your bonus. Now, what are the other aspects? Remember, bonus is not issued by central government. This is one important prelims question. Bonus is issued by state government and MSP is issued by central government. Okay, now come back to MSP again. MSP is issued for 23 crops. Okay, that is, it includes 7 cereals, All right. 5 pulses. 7 oil seeds. Okay. And 4 commercial crops. For your preliminary, remember these 4 commercial crops are important. First one, copra. Second one, raw jute. Third one, cotton. Fourth one, sugarcane. Okay. Remember these 4 commercial crops: copra, raw jute, cotton, sugarcane. That's it. Now, for sugarcane, for sugarcane is always considered under MSP, but within MSP, you declared FRP. Okay. Now you might be having a question, sir, why do you have to add FRP when you already there MSP? See, there is called as Essential Commodity Act, ECAs, Essential Commodity Act, which says that central government procures certain, okay, procures certain very important or essential commodities. Example, sugar. Sugar is very important essential commodity. That means for me, sugar is very important. See, sugarcane is under MSP and we declare FRP. What is FRP? Fair and remunerative prices. Okay. Fair and remunerative prices are declared for sugarcane. Other 22 crops you declare MSP. Under MSP you have FRP. Now, who declares MSP? CCEA. Who declares FRP? CCEA. Who recommends MSP and FRP? CACP. Same thing which we have already discussed. Okay. Now, FRP is only for sugarcane. Okay, but not for other of the food grains, because Indian Council of Agriculture Research says that immediately some prices needs to be declared for procurement purpose, because sugarcane once harvest, you cannot keep it aside for more than 24 hours because it needs to be processed, else its sucrose level will go down. That's the reason wherever you have sugarcane cultivations, sugarcane farming, there in and around or 1 or 2 kilometers you have mills. Okay, they will be processed in the mills. Okay, under MSP, remember we have cost of production. Okay, so when CACP declares MSP, they will declare it as 150 times of cost of production. This thing you have to write in mains answer. 150 times of your cost of production. So what do you mean by 150 times of cost of production? Means your cost of production means what? Farmers investment. So what is the farmers investment? How does that CACP will calculate? That is called as A2 plus FL. This is a formula where the farmer has made some investments and FL means family labor. So what A2 includes? A2 includes the agricultural cost, that is your input cost. What are your input cost? Input cost includes your fertilizers, your seeds, okay, the wages you would have given. And what is FL? FL includes your family labor. family labor's investment. So both they will calculate and they'll take this formula A2 plus FL. If in the prelims, if they ask you what is that prices, based on which prices CACP will consider, that means they will consider A2 plus FL prices. A2 means basic input cost, FL means family investments, farmers family, how much they have investment. This is nothing but the minimum investments which you are making. Okay, out of that 150 times, okay, out of that 150 times you will make it, then you will get the MSP. Okay, 150 times of your COP. So that will come at a 150 into your cost of production. So just you know to remember all these things. CACP recommends 150 times of COP. Now remember, why should we provide MSPs? Now as of now you must be knowing now what are MSP. MSP is the one where government buys food grains from farmers. So that there should not be any loss to the farmers. Okay, so government is buying and it is distributing to the, it is procuring and distributing to the BPL families. So what are the benefits of procuring this? That means, see, benefits are like farmers, they can know that government has declared MSPs and they are much secured. That means farmers investment is secured. Second one, farmers income can go high. Okay, and it is actually returning benefits to the farmer irrespective of the market condition. Market prices can be greater than MSP, can be lesser than MSP, but you are getting some sort of returns. Okay, and what could be the negative impacts? Negative impacts, see, when you procure more, you do not have much storages. You do not have high level of storages. That means farmer may sell entire crops. For example, if the farmer, he will sell the entire crops to the government. Okay, government has procured it. That means in the market, there could be shortage because farmer has not released that in the market. So this shortage can increase the demand and the prices of food grain that could actually lead to food inflation. This can also happen. Okay, so what will happen now in the next case? What will happen in the next case? Farmers, in order to increase their production, what they will do? They will use as fertilizers, they will use as chemicals. They could also have environmental impacts. Okay, see, don't pose any doubt as of now. I'll definitely take all your doubts. Okay, next. Okay, this we have discussed. It is an secured. And 23, what are the 22 plus crops? I will tell you. LKJA committee, agriculture prices commissions. Okay, next. Centralized and decentralized. You should remember what is centralized and what is decentralized. Centralized and decentralized means FCI is majorly a nodal agency. Okay, FCI is majorly nodal agency which will procure the food grains. Okay, if FCI is procuring, it is called as centralized. If state governments are procuring, then no role of FCI, then it is called as decentralized. State governments will procure, they will only distribute, or it will go to FCI. From FCI, it will come to state government. It is called as decentralized. Now, what are those which will covered? I mean, market prices are covered, issue prices are covered. Okay, environmental usage, minimum of 150% as margin over the cost of production, plus 100% of farmer input, plus family labor, that comes around 150. Next, Apart from cost of production, input prices will be considered. Okay, and along with input prices, international prices will also be considered. Along with the international prices, domestic prices are also considered. You need not remember A2 is the basic investment what he made. Okay, FL is the investments what the family is investing, and just remember A2 plus FL. What are the agencies involved in the procurement of food grains? First one is FCI. FCI, this is mostly for all kind of food grains. Next one is Cotton Commission of India, Jute, okay, and few of the other agencies like CCC, NAFED is very important agency, okay, Small Farmers Agro and NCCF is also been involved. So you should write in your mains just 1 or 2 points which could help you. So I will just give you, based on this background, I will give you a simple question, okay, how to write this question, important what are the important terminologies you should remember to write these questions is what we will discuss now. Take your question now. Take your question now and write down in the format which I have given. So I'll give you little bit time. You need not write anything apart from keywords because this is just a practice. Just a practice. I'll just give a question and follow the question. Discuss the importance of MSP. Discuss the importance of MSP scheme in India. Discuss the importance of MSP scheme in India, or discuss the importance of MSP scheme in Indian agriculture. Okay. Highlight the existing challenges. Highlight the existing challenges associated with existing challenges associated with implementation of MSPs in India. Okay, so this is the basic question which I'm giving you, and just remember few important keywords, and you can make a note of keywords in the handout. I mean, like in the format which I have given to you. And this is not your assignment. This question I'm going to discuss now, because this one question I'm going to discuss. One question I'll give you assignment. So what is the importance of MSPs? You all know, because in the end I have discussed about the positives. What will you write? How will you attempt this question? Discuss the importance of MSPs in Indian agriculture system. This is for 5 marks. Another for 5 marks, highlight the existing challenges. Okay, so first let us take this question, and I'll give you 2 minutes time. Just write down keywords. Okay, just write down keywords immediately. All right. Look, very simple. Discuss the significance of, that means you're discussing the importance of minimum support prices scheme in Indian agriculture. Highlight the existing, okay, highlight the existing challenges associated with the implementation of MSP schemes. So basic introduction, you should write basic introduction. See, what do you write about the basic introduction? Just as I have defined you MSPs, okay, you have to write the basic definition of MSP, because the examiner is expecting from you, do you know that basic definition of MSP or not? So what is that basic definition of MSP? Is the government is procuring certain food grains from the farmers to ensure them against the shortfall or the sharp fall in the prices. Because why are we doing this? To increase the income of the farmers, to support them, and there could be increase in standard of living, there could be an affordability for the farmers. These are recommended by the CACP. This is for basically 23 crops. Once done, remember, you should write one more area, that once done, remember, you should write down what is the significance. What is the significance? Significance introduces, significance says that, okay, significance says that importance of MSPs. What are the importance of MSPs? Price stabilization in the food grain market, income to the farmers. This we have discussed, very basic, income to the farmers, and it acts as like trying to reduce the debt of the farmers, food security. This clearly we have maintained in the points. These points which I have already discussed in explaining, while explaining the MSP concept, because these are the points which are most essential, which an examiner expects you to write. So what are the significance? What will you write? What are the benefits the farmer gets? Okay. Along with this, you should also write what are the benefit government gets. So both the things. It is a surety to the farmers. Yes, government can procure the food grains. Government can increase the production. Government can reduce depending on the other countries. Government can stop importing from other countries. Actually, we can increase our exports and increase the farmers' income. We can increase the farmers' income. Okay. And we can also protect the interest of BPL families. These are the important points which you are expected. Government can procure the food grains in the large scale. Government can increase the production by declaring MSP. Government can stop depending on other countries. Government can increase the exports. Government can increase the farmers of income. In case you can double the farmers income, you can protect the interest of the weaker sections, BPL and the vulnerable. These are most important points. And you can come out from the food crisis. And what are the challenges associated with it? What are the challenges associated with the MSPs? Like what issues you face when you declare MSPs? Definitely, it could be a little bit burden on the government. This is the one question, one simple point you can answer that. Challenges. The procurement, okay, basically has given importance to few crops only. You all know, few crops only. This would have also led to commercialization of Indian agriculture, because you're going only for that crops only. you are ignoring the other crops because you are very secured in that particular crop. When you are only secured in that particular crop, why will you prefer to go for some other crop and to take risk? Okay. Now preferential crops will be there. Preferential crop means you check the MSPs, and you will declare, government has declared the price of MSPs. Now you have choose that particular crop. What will happen? Diversification will not take place. Okay. People will prefer only one crop now. Okay. Partial MSP coverages. Okay. Against several things like particularly in rain-fed areas, you're not adapting to sort of new things. You're only fixing to that particular area. Only few farmers benefited from MSP implementation because the farmers who go for large scale cultivation, because you procure more, you produce more, government will procure more, government will give you more returns. And how about the small farmers and the marginal farmers? Because this will actually help large scale farmers because production is very high in the large scale farmers. Okay. Next, this could also make some regional imbalances because you are providing MSP for how many crops? Only to 23 crops. So farmers which go for these crops only are getting benefits. How about the other crops? How about the other crops? Farmers, because soils will not produce only these 23 crops. There are different types of soils depending on the geographical condition. There are certain areas where if you grow some other crops, these crops are not getting any benefits. Okay, this could actually create regional imbalances. All right, so negatives are very important because negatives will fetch you sometimes more marks because questions can be specifically asked on the negative areas. And remember, last point here, the few areas: persistence of exploitation of farmers by the middlemen, because you want to go for MSPs. If you're not getting that benefits, what will you do? You will go for middlemen. You want to take loans, and these middlemen will harass you by charging more interest rates. Okay. And remember, for MSPs presently there is no legal backup, because remember one important point: MSPs are not formed based on any of the act. There is no act which is protecting the MSPs. This is very, very, very important point. There is no act which is protecting the MSPs. There is no legal backing. So anytime the government can increase MSPs, anytime government can withdraw MSPs, anytime government can increase the number of crops or can then reduce the crops. This is basically depending on the cabinet resolution. All right. Now, what will you write in the conclusion? Conclusion: MSP is basically, you can sum up, can increase the production of the country, reduces our imports, can also make India from import driven to export driven country. Okay, as we can become from food deficit to food crisis stages to the food surplus stage. Okay, from global, we should always write such kind of terms. From the global importer, India will become a global exporter. Very good statements. From global importer, they'll become global exporter. From food stage of crisis, it will become to surplus, an export oriented country. Increase in the farmer welfare of the farmer, improving the agricultural productivity, and finally this will contribute to the growth of the agriculture sector in India. Okay, you're actually promoting the growth of agriculture sector in the India. So this is how the questions have been asked. And remember, you should write keywords. We have best supported this question so that you can actually make sure that these questions can be handy and it can be useful. This is how the question has been framed. Okay, and I will share the assignment with you. Okay, now I'll share one assignment with you. Your responsibility is to write the question, okay, in the similar format, and try to submit that as soon as possible. Don't take your own time and come back again. Sir, I have written it now or not. Take this program as very seriously, and I will make my responsibility. My responsibility is to make you to write an answer. I will teach you one current affairs topic. I'll thoroughly discuss that. I will make you in the class, in the live session, I will make you write one answer from here on, and in the next, I will make you one write take an assignment. Okay, so basically you are going to write two questions, one in the class, other one is an assignment which is again related to the current affairs. All right, so I will be sharing that assignment in the Telegram group, and the question is very near to the current affairs topic which we have discussed now, which is MSP. All right, so your thumb rules are already written. Make sure that you follow that guidelines and write the answer within the space provided, and please remember your word limit and try to submit as soon as possible. And your time is from today. You read this, I'll share this document and come back tomorrow. Okay, and I will share, Aritra, I will share all the details where you have to share the answer, scan it and upload, and I will finalize. Okay, and how is this session design is one current affairs topic within the live session I'll make you write, and one assignment I will give you to submit.